Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. We're back to work on the 57 Chevy Truck on a 97 chassis this week. And we're going to show you how to make some patch panels. Last time around we started tying the 57 and 97 cabs together. We got some booger welds there, and we got some amateur body work and booger welds there. And now it's time to just make a whole bunch of patch panels, which I don't think, I'm sure I've never ever made a patch panel, but I've watched a whole bunch of it on YouTube and on TV, so I'm pretty sure I can do it.
That's not how that works.
What do you think, Hound Dog? You think I can do it? Oh yeah, I definitely think you can do it, Adam. You're the best. It's good to have, you know, solid support like that. So anyway, yesterday I started playing around with scissors and cardboard and markers, and we had arts and crafts time. And at one point we had to extend arts and crafts time because I made a little error.
I got good news. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours today.
But this is my first cardboard template, which fits right there like a glove. And then we transferred it to metal, and we cut it out, and we shaped it, and then we realized that I put it on the wrong side of the piece of used metal that I had, which is the old floorboard for the truck, for the 57. So because I cut the wrong side, instead of just grinding a little rust off, I got to grind all the rubberized undercoating off the bottom, which was still holding up surprisingly well. But that's, you know, we either win or we learn. So yesterday I learned, and then I won. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to make a whole mess of patch panels and do a little bit of welding. I probably won't full weld them. I'll probably tack them in. I'm trying to get Wyatt to help me with the welding so that it doesn't all look like a flock of seagulls flew over and did their business. But I'm confident those will hold. They just look awful. And let's remember, all the places I'm welding right now will be covered up in some manner or another. Probably by carpet, but at least by rubberized undercoating or sound deadener, or I'm covering them up because they're not pretty, but they should be strong. So Hound Dog and I are going to get to work. You ready to get to work, Hound Dog? Hound, are you going to work? I am working, Adam. This is what I do. All right. Somebody got his bed all dirty, so I don't think he wants to lay on it. Oh, we got Stump Wag? We have Stump Wag. Are you ready to go to work, Hound? Hound Dog. Are you going to help me? Are you going to help me? Oh, good. All right. All right. Hound's ready to go to work. I'm ready to go to work. Let's go to work. I want to try and work all the way across the back of the cab first, and then maybe build some body mounts. And then once the body mounts are built, then we'll take the front clip off and we'll work these front sections. That's my plan. Let's see if it actually plays out that way. I've also got where I cut in the wrong place along here that needs to be welded a little bit. Man, really kind of made a hole there. It's like a knife. Cardboard, sparks, what could go wrong? Let's bring the welder over here and see if we can make any progress there. This will probably be the same for the other side, just reversed, right? No, it couldn't be that simple. Let's go look though. I mean, it's not way off. We're going to start with the same one. Which means, had I thought of this yesterday before I ground all that rubberized undercoating off, I could have flipped it around and used this one over there and not had to deal with all the undercoating. Learning as we go. Yeah, I mean, That's pretty darn close. Okay, we'll save that template. Well, I don't want to do it, but the more I look at this, the more I think I need to remake this patch panel. Because we've got these cracks, they're cuts. Got carried away with the cutoff wheel. All the way across. And especially here, there's a pretty good gap that's going to be hard to weld up because the metal's real thin. So I kind of think I need to make this longer and then break it so it folds over the top. I don't know if it's going to work on the other side. Maybe it will. Probably it won't. Because this side, for the most part, looks better. Yeah, we got some pretty good gaps there too. I don't know if Wyatt can weld those. Because this side's... Yeah, that's not going to work for this side either. Because the shape's all wrong. I mean, over here it's good, but you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we did both of them that way, just made them extra long, like up to here, and then wrapped them, that would help strengthen them. I think that would help put a lot of strength back in those. As much as I don't want to make it again, I also want to do this as right as I can with my skills. So we're going to probably take another go at it, and then I'll be back. 25 minutes later, we have patch panel version 2. And I did a little more prep work. So I think we'll get her tacked in. Get her tacked in at the bottom, and then work our way around, and then roll it over the top. And yeah, we'll roll this end down a little, I think. Maybe I'll put a little bend in that before we start tacking. That'll help it. Maybe. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I feel like we need a little bend down here. I don't know. We're figuring it out as we go. Yeah, that's better. Look at that. Hashtag body man. Alright. Let's try tacking her. Those are not great tacks. I'm not super happy with that gap on the bottom either now that I look closer at it. Wonder if that floorboard will move a little. That's more gooder. Well, it ain't good, but it's less bad. I'm going to get underneath and see if I can't beat this and this up towards my patch panel a little more. We'll hope that my patch panel will hold. We'll try and get a little more on this side. That's better. Might be as good as we're going to get. I just burnt a hole right in that, didn't I? I always think I'm getting both pieces, but quite often I'm not. Battery died while I was welding, I guess. Time to bend this top panel. I sure wish this wasn't in the way. The more I look across there, right through there, the more I think we'll throw the camera on the ground. Might be better off going with a like one solid chunk across there, because this one doesn't quite reach. And we'll just wrap it over the top like I did that one. Oh, which means a little more trim in there. So we'll just trim just a touch off the 97 floor there, and then bring it over to like here on both sides. I think that'll work. Nothing to it but to do it right. We're gonna need a chunk of flat. This is part of the 97 cab, and it's got a spot wider than 5 inches and longer than 18. So we're going to mark out our deal on there and cut it out. I was afraid that thing was just going to whoop and disappear. We got her. Look at that patch panel. So my plan is we just drop her right in there and slide it down, and then we'll mark this contour, and then we'll add like 1/2 inch or more so that it can go past, and then we'll just butt them against each other. I guess we take that strap out, trim this just a shade, it'll almost fit, trim right here, and then we'll start drawing on this. Okay, I've got my piece cut out, and I want to put that 90-degree bend across the top in it before I put it in there, because I think it'll be easier to deal with. And I don't have a metal brake, I don't have a press, but I do have a big steel bench, a couple of C-clamps, and a chunk of extra C-channel. So I've got this piece of sheet metal clamped in there, and we're going to break it against the table. It's pretty good. I guess it's going to take some practice to figure out where your lines need to be in relation to the bend. With what I'm doing, it's not a big deal that it's not exactly where I wanted it to be, because that was just a ballpark anyway. Let's go see how it fits. Yeah, I expected to have to push the bottom forward from underneath, but yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll do some grinding on it and some tweaking and bending and playing with it, and yeah, we'll get her in there. But I think that'll work. Actually, I might set that in there and then go underneath and make sure it doesn't look like it's going to chop anything in half, because I did leave an extra lip so I wouldn't run short, and I just want to make sure it's not going to hit anything. There really shouldn't be anything under there, but we'll go look. Oh yeah, it's above the drive line and it's above the fuel tank. Can't really see. Fuel tank's in the way. Might trim just a little more out on the fuel tank side just to be safe. I don't think it's hitting, but I think we'll take just a little more out of here, because that's the fuel tank side, and I don't think it's hitting it, but that might be. I don't want it itching against the fuel tank and cutting a hole and creating heat and causing an explosion. That would be bad. Explosions are bad.
Yep.
All right, we're back after lunch, and we got some cutting and some shaping and some bending and some tweaking done on the cross piece here. I think it's going to fit pretty good in there. I've just got to get it clamped in, get it tacked a little bit here and there. I may have to wait till somebody gets home to help me, because I think we're going to have to hold it from underneath the truck while we tack it. So I try to make as much of this a one-man job as I can, but some of this stuff I can't figure out how to do it by myself. So, all right, here we go. Okay, I got under there. I got the middle part to fit better with the ball peen hammer, and there may or may not be a bungee cord under there helping hold it. So it is what it is. I only got so many hands. So we're going to tack that middle part. Gonna burn another hole. Can't see nothing. Oh yeah, we're just burning holes now. That doesn't fit as good as I thought it did. Looks like it fits okay over here. I'm gonna have to go under there and... Well, that didn't really go the way I had it planned, but it could have been worse, I guess. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get two people, because it looked like it was close from the bottom, but it's definitely not all the way across. Over there's not bad. Then the middle here, we still got a pretty good gap. I think we can flex the metal enough to get it, especially if we got a better welder than me up here.
And there are a lot of those.
I wonder if I could go work that other side a little bit. Let's go play with that. Really? Let me figure out this mess I've made and we'll be back. Well, my booger tacks are not holding that the way I need them to. I'm honestly considering cutting that out and just building a whole new panel for that section because it's real tight right there. Like when you get it close, it's barely touching. So I'm going to take a break from that, and I'm going to work on cleaning up this and building that panel, because either way, even if I put a new panel in, I'm going to stop it there. So I'm going to build this panel real quick. I say real quick, we know what real quick means. But I'm going to take a break from that because I'm getting frustrated with it, and we're going to come back to it. So let's go over here for a while. It's the next day, and yesterday I ran out of room on my memory card, didn't have the computer here to download it to, so we got some more progress done without recording it, but I'll catch you up real quick. I know that I regularly talk about you don't have to have all the right tools, you don't have to have a bunch of talent, but sometimes if you have the right tools and you have some talent, it helps, okay? Along those lines, I asked Wyatt for some help yesterday. He has a welder that's set up with gas, which mine is capable of. I just haven't done it because I'm cheap. But his is set up with gas, and he's a better welder than I am. So he came out, and I held the metal in place, and he tacked it, and we made some progress. So we'll start with the middle piece here, which is tacked in. You can see the ones that don't look good. Those are from me and my flux core, and then the ones that are clean are the ones he did. And then we come over here to this side. He got that piece tacked in for me while I held it. And then my latest patch panel I built off camera, just the opposite of that side, which you saw me do. And then he tacked these in, and they did very nicely. I could have done that, but he offered, so I let him, because again, I know he's a better welder, and if he wants to do it, why not let him help? So we've just got to do a little shaping to bring this closer. We'll do that from underneath with a hammer, and then we'll fold that over the top. We'll tack it, and then we'll fold the top over like we did down there. Again, I'm not going to weld that top part until I get this support structure out of here. And I want to get a little more of the cab welded up before I do that, before I take the support out, because at the front the only thing I've got is like, I don't know, 2/3. No, not 2/3, that's less than half right here that's done. So I want to get some more panels in here to tie the front of the cab together, and we're probably going to have to take the front clip off to do that. But before I can do that, I want to try to build the rear cab mounts. I've got about 17 steps in my head. We don't have enough time for all that today. Yeah, so if I stop talking, we actually would get more work done. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop talking and start working. Hound, stop talking so much and start working. Who messed your bed up, buddy? Don't know who that could be. Do you, Hound? Hound, do you know who did that? I don't know. It makes me mad, though. My bed is crooked. Poor Hound Dog. Alrighty then, let's do some stuff and some things here. Just let Wyatt do all the welding. Yeah, I'm not sure any of those did anything except make things worse. Cool. Awesome. Perfect. Starting today the way we ended yesterday. Well, that's working good. I just burning more holes. Yeah, just burning holes and stuff. This over here we're going to have to cut so that this can go this way and this can go this way. This is not going as planned. So I guess we'll move on to body mounts, which body mounts could be way worse or a little better. Probably way worse. Okay, just be quiet for a minute, okay? Well, I think that's as far as we're going to get this week. You're going to get this week. It's a joke. It's just a joke, Danny. Look, it's a hammer. You know what these are good for? Fixing problems. I think that's all we're going to get done this week. We're all out of time, but altogether I'm not too disappointed. We got 3 patch panels made and tacked in. The cab is pretty much fastened to the other cab now. So a little sneak peek of what's coming next video though. Yep, we're finally going to get to those rear cab mounts like I keep saying I want to do. If you haven't checked out the other videos yet, go and check those out, see how we got this far. We're going to keep cranking on this and hopefully have it ready by the spring to go do some fun, you know, cars and coffees and car shows and just cruise it around and do truck stuff. As always, I appreciate you watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me how you've done it better, how you would do it, what you think about what we're doing. And until next time, remember, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.